talk to me, I'll you. And I was just like, couldn't even say anything after that. I'm just like, dude, we're just playing ball.
We're diving into one of the juiciest Hollywood mysteries that's been quietly simmering on the back burner. Why on earth doesn't Taylor Swift have a star on the Walk of Fame? Like, are we actually serious right now? The woman just completed the Eras Tour, practically broke the internet with her Time Person of the Year cover, and still doesn't have her name etched on a shiny pink terrazzo slab like some third-tier soap actor from 1986? Make it make sense. Now, before you grab your Eras vinyl and storm Hollywood Boulevard in protest, here's the tea. It's not about talent, success, or the number of Grammys she could casually use as paperweights. It's about paperwork and cold hard cash. Yeah, apparently the stars on the Walk of Fame aren't handed out like candy at a Grammy afterparty. You've got to apply, pay a $250 fee, and fork over a whopping $75K to install the thing. That's right, Hollywood's honor comes with an invoice. And no, Taylor's not the only celeb ghosting that sidewalk glam. Brad Pitt? No star. Angelina Jolie? Nope. Beyonce? Still starless. Even Ben Affleck, who's been in the game since the Good Will Hunting days, hasn't bothered. So clearly, it's not about being iconic, it's about opting in. And apparently Tay just hasn't felt the urge to Venmo the Chamber of Commerce that $75K yet. Maybe she's saving it for more cat merchandise, who knows? Let's also remember Taylor is eligible. She's ticked every box on that checklist. Over 5 years in the biz, truckloads of awards, massive philanthropic efforts, and a fan base so loyal they'd probably crowdfund that star by tomorrow morning if she asked. But hey, maybe she's just playing the long game. Maybe she's waiting to do it with a bang, like a surprise album drop and star reveal on the same day, because of course she would. Meanwhile, over in the testosterone-soaked world of football, Travis Kelce's origin story isn't just about touchdowns and tight end glory, it involves a literal death threat. Yep, turns out before he was Taylor Swift's favorite +1, Travis had a run-in that nearly turned him into NFL roadkill. Picture it, baby Kelce, fresh in the league, still smelling like college sweat and hope. Gets all puffed up at Lambeau Field thinking it's his moment. Then bam, enter Clay Matthews, a walking protein shake with hair like a Norse god and the rage of a caffeine-deprived linebacker. Travis, in full rookie delusion mode, lands a block and decides to open his mouth. Big mistake. Clay apparently whipped around like he'd just been insulted in ancient warrior code, squared up like he was about to throw hands, and casually told Travis he'd slay him. Like no biggie, just friendly NFL banter, right? Kelce says he froze, straight up statue mode. Couldn't talk, couldn't blink, just stood there absorbing the realization that Clay wasn't playing checkers, he was playing Mortal Kombat. Flash forward and the whole thing's now internet legend, complete with Clay Matthews hopping on X and basically saying, "Allegedly, bro," with a wink. Classic. Honestly, these two could have started a buddy comedy after that game, from death threat to bromance, the NFL story. Of course, Kelce now gets the last laugh with 3 shiny Super Bowl rings and a jawline that won't quit. But 2024 kinda humbled him again. Lower stats, missed the three-peat, and everyone whispering, "Is this the end?" like he's a Marvel character about to fade into dust. But nope, Travis isn't hanging up those cleats just yet.
It was that 2000s, that first year playing, so it wasn't 13, it was 14, but it was like my first couple games playing. I'm all hyped up and fired up to play. I see Clay Matthews, I'm just like, oh shit, that's fucking Clay Matthews. His arms are way bigger. Kind of give him a hit, and I'm like, don't ever talk to me, I'll you. And I was just like, couldn't even say anything after that. I'm just like, dude, we're just playing ball.
And lucky for him, his queen Taylor Swift is still out here dominating every corner of pop culture like it's her full-time job, even when she's technically on vacation. She's been chilling post-Eras Tour like a retired superhero, but somehow still manages to shake up the internet just by existing. While most people's quiet year means a few Instagram stories and maybe a Pinterest recipe attempt, Taylor's version includes owning her masters, slaying streaming charts with the Tortured Poets department, and hijacking a Superman playlist. Yup, that happened. Apparently, director James Gunn dropped a special Superman-themed Spotify mix called the Clark Kent Playlist, and what do you know? Taylor's bangers like Cruel Summer, Blank Space, and You Belong With Me slid right in like they own the place. But hold up, her song literally called Superman didn't make the cut. Make it make sense, James. Swifties immediately clocked the snub and went full detective mode, flooding socials with digital side-eyes and confused hello posts. Like you named the playlist after the song, Forgot the song and expected peace? Not with this fan base, pal. Still, the girl's playlist presence proves she's basically pop culture's North Star. And just when you think she's done flexing for the week, she pulls a total plot twist. Out of nowhere, she pops up at Tight End University. Yes, that's a real thing and not a parody skit, and crashes the after party with none other than country king Kane Brown. Before you can say what the actual heck, she's on stage belting Shake It Off like it's 2014 and the drama never happened. First post-tour performance at a football frat party? Of course it went viral. And just when Swifties thought they could breathe again, boom! Taylor sneaks in another power move, this time from the shadows. Word on the street is that she's been quietly snatching up real estate like it's Monopoly night, and she's aiming for Park Place with hotels. Insiders say she's been expanding her empire in Nashville, LA, and New York, like she's collecting bases in a game of Celebrity Sims. But it's not just fancy zip codes. Oh no, Miss Swift is apparently flipping properties like an HD TV queen with a billionaire's touch. And fans? They're shooketh. Some are calling it her Reputation-era realtor's cut, while others are convinced she's prepping to launch her own line of Swift-themed luxury condos. Think pink marble kitchens, cat-shaped bathtubs, and a full-time vinyl DJ spinning all too well in the lobby. Meanwhile, realtors in those cities are sweating bullets. One insider joked that when Taylor expresses interest in a neighborhood, house prices skyrocket faster than tickets for her tour. And yes, apparently a few Swifties have started tracking her real estate purchases like it's a fandom scavenger hunt. Next level dedication, honestly. Meanwhile, across the dramaverse, Travis Kelce's been having his own reality TV whiplash moment, straight out of the I'm too cool for this show pipeline. So here's the tea. Mr. Tight End himself went from being all in on the traders to suddenly acting like it was beneath him, until Mama Kelce dropped the ultimate plot twist by signing up for season 4. Yep, Donna Kelce is about to be that girl in a Scottish castle, slaying backstabbers with snacks and cardigan energy. Backtrack a bit, Travis was once a full-on fanboy, skipped season 1, jumped into season 2 like a kid in a ball pit, and even told his brother Jason he'd crush the game. But then season 3 hit, and apparently the plot got too samey-same for our NFL star's refined entertainment palate. He ranted on the podcast like a man who'd been personally betrayed by a confessional segment, said the show was too repetitive, Survivor shoutouts made him irrationally mad, and he wanted no part of being force-fed former cast glory stories. Like, bro, deep breaths, it's just reality TV, not jury duty. Then, bam! Cue dramatic twist music. Mama Kelce joins the season 4 cast, and suddenly Travis is like, I'm anxious to see how she does. Oh really? Funny how fast one goes from I'm out to I'm so proud when your mom's dropping alliances like fantasy football lineups. Donna's casting sent fans into orbit because no one saw it coming, and yet it feels so right. Sweet Midwestern football mom Donna outwitting celebs and dodging betrayal like she's been training her whole life at family game night. Iconic. And speaking of women who don't play when it comes to loyalty, enter Caitlyn Clark, basketball's golden girl and now, apparently the unofficial head of the Swiftie Defense League. This girl just led the Indiana Fever to a Commissioner's Cup win, and while everyone else was busy spraying champagne and twerking, like it's the VMAs, Caitlyn was ready to throw hands over a playlist. So here's what went down. Post-game locker room, vibes high, music cranked, Sydney Colson hops on Insta Live to stream the chaos. Then someone casually throws out the name Taylor Swift as a song suggestion, and boom! The entire energy shifts like someone said Voldemort. A few teammates clearly weren't sold on the idea of shaking it off with Taylor, and that's when Caitlyn's inner fire ignited. 1 second she's celebrating, next second she's giving stares sharper than her three-point shots. She looked like she was about to launch a full-court press emotionally. When someone hinted at skipping Taylor, she reportedly dropped all facial expression like she was in a mob movie interrogation. Sydney tried to laugh it off, but Caitlyn's "Don't Test Me" vibe was loud. Like, joke about socks, joke about defense, but don't joke about the queen.
Oh, Sabrina Carpenter!
No,
please.
Come on, we're better than that.
We good?
Then Sophie Cunningham, bless her brave soul, decides to poke the pop bear by suggesting Sabrina Carpenter might be a better pick. And Caitlyn, she did not flinch. That girl's Swiftie roots run deeper than a Taylor bridge. She clapped back with silent fury, fully prepared to fight for her fandom right there between the Gatorade cooler and the celebratory confetti. Eventually it all ended in laughs, as most locker room chaos does, but the message was crystal clear. Caitlyn Clark will die on the hill of Taylor Swift supremacy. So if you're ever DJing a Fever after party, know this: if Cruel Summer isn't queued up, you might not survive the night. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.